wameletwa katika bunge hili. Mimi naunga mkono Mheshimiwa Spika, na pia niwapatie tu nasaha yangu kidogo mawaziri hawa. Ndugu zangu, mmechaguliwa na tunawachagua sisi kama wabunge wa bunge hili la kitaifa kwa roho moja. Mimi natoka Kwale na ningependa na naomba wakati mkifanya kazi mawaziri wetu, mjue Kwale pia ni county katika zile county 47. Muweze pia sisi kunyorosha mkono kwetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, Kwale ni county ambayo ina ukulima na ina mashamba ambayo yana rutuba kubwa sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Na sisi pia wa Kwale ni wafugaji wazuri sana Mheshimiwa Spika, lakini utapata katika ukulima wetu na ufugaji wetu katika kaunti yetu hatuwezeshwi mara nyingi, hatuwezeshwi kisheria na hatuwezeshwi pia kipesa. Bado tunafanya ukulima ule wa zamani ambao hauwezi kwa sasa hivi. Ulimwengu mahali umefika, tunahitaji ukulima wa kisasa. Mheshimiwa Spika, Kwale bado sisi tuko nyuma sana kwa mambo ya ukulima na ufugaji. Tunafuga kama nilivyoelezea. Mheshimiwa Spika, nilikuwa na matumaini makubwa sana wakati Mheshimiwa Salim Mvurya waziri alipokuwa amechaguliwa katika wizara hii ya investments and trade. Nilikuwa na matumaini, nikajua kwa sababu kila mtu anajua mahali kiatu kinapomchoma, basi Mheshimiwa Mvurya angekuwa mzuri sana kwa kuweza kurekebisha Kwale. Lakini kwa sababu hawa pia ni wa Kwale, ni wa Kenya wenzetu, nasema nawapatia kongole, lakini waangalie sana Kwale. Sisi hatuna viwanda. Best titanium imeenda inakufa, hiyo imekwisha mambo yake. Tuna Ramisi Sugar ile Kwale Sugar Factory. Hatuwezi kusema tuna kampuni ya sukari Kwale. Hatuna viwanda kabisa ndani ya Kwale. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba nasaha yangu mawaziri, mnapoingia mjue Kwale pia ni katika zile kaunti 47 na muweze kutunyoroshea mkono. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, sitaki niwe mrefu sana. Naunga mkono uteuzi wa mawaziri hawa Mheshimiwa Spika.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I rise to support this special motion, I want to congratulate you and your team, for you sat through it all. And we watched it and we took notes. The Speaker, there's only one item which I would like to be introduced into our vetting exercise. In this House, we did pass that we have quarterly reports from our ministries. How I hope that those reports, if it's somebody from a ministry like a cabinet, Kagwe, we would have that report from the department to tell us how he performed in that section. And also that report will help the majority leader in his report so that he can reference it. The same with others from the two gentlemen from the Senate. So if we can be citing reports from these sectors, it is going to make it more better than individual verbal appreciations. Other than say that the three nominees impressed me much. As a member of the departmental committee on health, I want to say Honorable Kagwe has a competency, and I know he will do a good job. I just want him, when he gets there, if approved, so that he can start with some things which are really bothering Kenyans. Having come from the Ministry of Health, he values health. The issue of pesticides, Mr. Speaker, is causing a lot of harm to our people. As we speak, over 310 products of pesticides are used in this country. And pesticides have been connected to 6 cancers. And if not checked, we can harm us more. As for Kabogo, we have built, according to the presidential initiative, every ward. Like in my constituency, I have 3 wards with ICT hub. But I've written so many letters to have them equipped, have not been done. As for Kinyanjui, how I wish you also put as a priority, in a priority list, building industries in our rural settings so that our kids do not migrate to urban areas to be slum dwellers, and also to make value addition to our our natural products. With those, Mr. Speaker, I support the 3 nominees.
Wamuratha. Give her the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I also stand to support the approval of the 3 honorable members of this country that bring in a wealth of experience from the past times that they have worked in for this nation. I personally want to first congratulate the 3 of them for getting this opportunity and being approved to serve this country. And I also want to echo the words that were said by our ML over the Minister Kagwe, who was at during the COVID time, the Minister for Health, and he brought in a whole wealth of experience to a point that he was able to identify with even all the children in the country, that even the young children had a name for him. And I remember one child who used to call him Mutuenu wa Corona, because he had spoken about COVID until even the children had come to understand. The other thing is that he very well coordinated with the young people, and especially in his quotes, not forgetting the quote that he had, that if we continue treating this disease normally, it is going to treat us abnormally. And I want to request Honorable Kagwe to come with the same great slogans to the young people, so that he may be able to teach them agriculture and enable them to understand that agriculture is also a way of earning a living, whereby we have our young people who still don't believe that agriculture is a way of earning a living. And if he comes with the wealth of experience that he has, I want to believe that our children are going to identify with him. I also want to congratulate the Honorable William Kabogo, who comes from the county that I represent, the county of Kiambu, and Lee Kinyanjui, who too also come with the wealth of experiences, considering that both of them have served as governors in very densely populated counties that are cosmopolitan. And I really want to thank the President for considering these 2 people who have served with Kenyans and served in counties that have a population of all the communities in this country. And so we want to believe that as they come in, they will come to serve Kenyans and not their region. I also want to believe that Honorable Kabogo will be able to handle the issue of ICT. And I remember when he was a governor, there used to be free Wi-Fi in hospitals, and especially one time I visited a maternity hospital in Kiambu Level 5, and there was free Wi-Fi, which I don't think is there today. And I want to believe that when he brings all this kind of information that he had and the wealth of information, that we are going to go to the next height. I also want, on my last point, to tell these people that they are coming in to the country when there is a lot of heat of political noise in the country. And I want to pray and request them that they come in.
Dr. Nyikal, your time is up.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, as I support the nomination of this gentleman, I have two observations that I want to bring out that are important, and 2 points. Mr. Speaker, the issue of regional and ethnic equity, although we have played it down and we said is something we should look at, but I can't blame them for that because they did not appoint themselves in this position. But it's something we should look at in the future. The second thing, Mr. Speaker, is these are gentlemen who have worked well. But again, there are 2 points, particularly for Honorable Kagwe and Honorable Kabogo, that actually did besmirch them. The issue during the corona, where Mutahi worked very well, but the COVID billions, actually it did raise issues. I saw them respond to this. I saw him respond to this. And also, Honorable Kabogo, again, there was issue of the lady that died. I saw him respond to this. But the biggest problem we have in this country is integrity. So we may start to look at the principle of being as spotless as a bishop's wife. But I know, because of what they have done, they'll actually prove themselves beyond those issues. The other one, Mr. Speaker, that is a point that I think they can. The three of them, if they work together, Mr. Speaker, they can solve the problem of employment amongst our youth. I believe that it is actually agro-industry that will be our industrialization that can employ our people, and that will include actually the Honorable Kagwe and Honorable Kabogo and Honorable Kinyanjui. Kinyanjui in industry, Mutahi in agriculture, and IT and communication. And all of them have done that. If they actually work in these three areas, and they can actually create massive employment for our youth. With that, Mr.